Winter Frost by R.D. Wingfield. Read by David Jason. He had the photographs spread out on the table in front of him, and was savouring them once again. Behind him the local television news was droning away unheeded. Vicky Stuart. He froze. God. Heart hammering. He swung round. There on the screen was her picture. The little girl, 8 years old, smiling, showing the gap in her teeth. Denton police are holding a man in connection with the disappearance of 8-year-old Vicky Stuart, who has not been seen since she left Denton Junior School for her home some 9 weeks ago. According to a spokesman for Denton CID, the man, who is in his early 40s, is helping the police with their inquiries, and no charges have yet been made. The picture on the TV screen was not a good one. Nowhere as clear and sharp as the photographs on the table before him, where Vicky was staring at the camera, her terror shown in sharp focus. A tapping at the front door. He frowned. He told her to use the back way if anyone saw her coming. He scooped up the photographs and stuffed them in the sideboard drawer, turning the key. Excitement made him sweat. He rubbed the palms of his hands down his trouser legs and then opened the door. "You look frozen," he said. "Come on in. I've got the fire on. We'll soon warm you up." She was 7 years old, a few months younger than the other girl. The bitter January wind butted the rusty closed sign and swung it on the chain which guarded the entrance to the abandoned petrol station. Closed for over 18 months, it still reeked of stale diesel fuel and old rubber. Parked on the forecourt where the petrol pumps once stood were 2 police cars and a mud-splattered Ford Sierra. Detective Inspector Jack Frost, a cigarette dangling from his lips, stamped his feet. This was a bloody waste of time. He had hoped to spend the rest of his shift in his office, the radiator going full blast while he fiddled his monthly expenses. His divisional commander, Superintendent Mullet, was away at head office, so no chance of him bursting in when the ink on the month-old petrol receipt was still wet. Then later, feet up in the restroom, he'd planned to watch a video of the big fight. What should have been a night of sheer bliss went right up the Swanee when that slimy bastard, Reginald Todd, marched into the station to confess to the killing of Vicky Stuart. Todd was a minor child molester, exposing himself in front of kids, but now he was claiming he had gone up into the big time and that he had raped and killed Vicky and hidden her body in this old service station. He couldn't remember exactly where. Frost watched the uniforms manhandle an enormous treadless tyre. They wouldn't find anything. That time-wasting lying bastard Todd was a pathetic nobody, revelling in a chance to be the centre of attention. Frost shivered. Mrs. Stuart, a small bundle of nervous energy, was convinced that her 8-year-old would suddenly walk into the house hungry for her tea, and she talked a lot so she wouldn't have to listen to other people telling her things that she didn't want to hear. He had tried to get her to accept that after 9 weeks there could be little hope, but she wouldn't listen. "Of course she's coming back, Inspector. I know it, I just know it. You're going to find her any day now, Inspector." Frost took one last drag at his cigarette. At least he told himself this time he wouldn't be breaking the bad news. Reggie Todd, sitting on the bunk in the police cell, noisily slurping down the cup of tea, was a thin, scrawny individual. A rattling of keys from outside and the cell door crashed open. Detective Inspector Frost stood there, his eyes blazing. Todd leapt to his feet, blurting out apologies before Frost could get a single word out. "I'm sorry, Inspector. I'm truly sorry. I must have dreamt it. It was so vivid I thought it was real." "You'll feel a vivid pain in the ghoulies in a minute," snapped Frost. "And it will be real." "I deserve it, Mr. Frost, but please, I hate violence." "You didn't seem to hate it when you were telling us what you did to the kid. You were dribbling with excitement." Todd hung his head. Frost's lip curled with disgust. "You will now make another statement, withdrawing your phony confession, and you will then—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?